Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another Streetwear Talk video, the series where I cover the latest streetwear releases, I cover the latest streetwear news, and of course in the series I just discuss anything to do with streetwear or fashion. Now in today's video, quite excitingly, I'm going to be talking about the recently released, if I can pronounce this correctly, it is Marithé Françoise Girbaud and their collaboration with Supreme New York for week 6 of Supreme's Spring-Summer 2025 collection. Why am I covering week 6 when we're so far beyond that? Well, it's a very, very valid question to actually ask, guys. I covered it in the previous video that I did, so if you haven't checked that out, I kind of dive into it there. But basically, the hard drive that I stored all my videos on is completely fine. But the next hard drive that I bought many years ago that I was going to use as my second hard drive to put all my extra videos on died on me. And I could spend almost $100 getting this revived and fixed again, but then I feel like the trajectory when a hard drive does this is never good. So I bought a new hard drive. Problem was, this hard drive that I bought that was on sale was on back order. So I had to wait multiple weeks for it to actually arrive. And finally, here we are. I've now got it. Where is it? 10 terabytes of storage. Let's go. But I mean, obviously it's not in this box. It's obviously plugged in. That's how I'm recording to you today. But I wanted to talk about why I just have disappeared from YouTube, I guess, in that regard. And it was storage, man. But I'm committed. I spent $400 getting this new hard drive for 10 terabytes of hard drive space to record more videos. So I'm very excited to be back. That's why I'm, I guess, grinning from ear to ear. So very happy to be back. Hopefully this should have me sorted for the foreseeable future, but that is the reason why I haven't been making videos on the channel. But you guys felt that it didn't matter because you still supported me anyway. While I was away, waiting for my hard drive to come here, you guys still subscribed to the channel, still shared the videos, and I wanted to take a moment out of this video to say thank you because we hit a new subscriber milestone this month. We hit the subscriber milestone of 3,950 subscribers before the end of May. And it's very nice on my birthday month to celebrate that with you and to thank you for your continuous support. It's lovely. Thank you to the public and private subscribers for subscribing to the channel. It's always lovely to have you on board, and we've now hit 3,950. It also means that I need to update a little whiteboard over here, which you can barely see anyway. It currently has 3,925 written on it, but I obviously need to change that. I need to upgrade that to the 3,950 that it now is. And I actually realized this whole time that the backwards side or the opposite side of this pen actually has an eraser on it. So I can actually get rid of the marker pretty easily, which I definitely struggled with the last time that we updated that. But there goes our 25, of course. And now 3,950, the big 50. Boom. Thank you guys, 3,950, chuck it up here, awesome. I'll leave the pen over here. Thank you for the continuous support. I hope I can catch up making as many videos as I possibly can. I'm gonna have to work hard. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm up for the challenge. So thank you for 3,950. I'm not gonna set the next subscriber milestone as 4,000 subscribers. That's a bit crazy. Let's set it as something a bit more realistic, 3,955. Let's set that for the end of May, and hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we can reach that milestone. But now we can actually start talking about what we're going to be talking about in this video, now that we've covered all that, I guess, intro stuff. So, yes guys, we're going to be covering the collaboration for week 6 of Supreme's Spring-Summer 2025 collection. and that was a collaboration with the very famous French brand, I'll try and pronounce it again, Marithé Françoise Girbaud. It is a duo, a dynamic French design duo, as the HYPEBEAST article likes to put it. I know their work because of their very extravagant work with denim, and specifically their pants. And to get really, really niche, I know them because of fashion YouTubers from the west coast of the US that love their vintage work. That's how I know of them. But obviously they've had a career that has spanned many decades, and it'll be interesting to see what Supreme does in this collaboration, because I've actually completely tapped out of the whole atmosphere here to make sure that my thoughts and opinions and everything are authentic when I actually cover these drops. So I've kind of removed myself from that space, and I'll be real, when I've removed myself from that space so I can cover it for the channel, it was actually a bit disheartening, because I do really enjoy checking out the streetwear and fashion space. So this is probably why I'm super excited to get back into it, because I'm back and I can love it all over again. So yeah, we're going to be covering that collaboration today, the release details, the lookbook, the individual pieces, and my thoughts and opinions on the pieces and collaboration as a whole. We'll of course be using a HYPEBEAST article to cover everything to do with that. Let's head on over to that article now, and we'll start covering the release details for this week 6 collab. So here we are at the HYPEBEAST article that we're going to be using today, guys. It'll be linked down in that description section below if you want to have a read yourselves, because there's a big history here to fill us in on the brand that is collaborating with Supreme. But to dive into it, the Supreme Marithé Françoise Girbaud Spring 25 collaboration will see a global release via Supreme's online and in-store locations April 3rd, and then 2 days later for Asia, they get it April 5th. Now, that was a while ago, but I still wanted to cover the release details just so you have an idea if you're watching this, I guess, in the future. But there we go, we've covered the release details. Let's get into the editorial and check out all these models rocking all the pieces that released in this collab. So to kick it off, we've got these, I think the thing that speaks to me the most are these crazy shorts. They look like denim shorts as well. The jacket itself isn't a silhouette that I've seen that blows me away so much, but those shorts, oh my god. Yeah, they are so wide, so long, like halfway down the calf. That's crazy. I mean, again, they're probably worn a bit low as well, but you could wear them really high and they'd still be really long. You could wear them in so many different ways, but like, they're just crazy. And to match them, you have the denim jacket, or I assume denim as well. Here's another shot of it here. It's interesting seeing all these details here, like these little panels shooting off here and there, because immediately I think pockets, but I don't think they are pockets, because here's the pockets. So I'm very interested to see how the, I guess why the design choices were what they were, but I do think this design across it, even if it is just aesthetic, is kind of cool, and I'd be interested to see how the jacket looks buttoned up. Here it is in the black, again showing off a lot of those intricate little designs here and there. It's interesting that they've got the pleating detail done the way that they've done it. I mean, yeah, it's cool. And then this same detailing that's done across the top of the jacket is also done across the top of the jeans as well, and it creates a very different look for jeans just by having some aesthetic, I guess, paneling or ribs on it. I assume the hoodie underneath is also in the collab. Here's the jacket again. We've seen it in indigo, we've seen it in a cream, now we're seeing it in black. I think it looks very lovely. Here's the jeans again. Again, the way that that material is done makes it look like they're almost like too big and they're sagging. But I don't know if that's an illusion or they're just wearing them way too big. I have to see on the individual product photos to see how it kind of looks. Wow, you can see from the sheen of the lighting that this looks like a leather material or material like leather. You can see it on the pants as well. that jacket is going to be incredibly heavy, but I do think the camo design on it is really cool. The pants, I mean, I gotta give it to them as well. They look really cool. The camo design is probably the most tasteful I've seen camo in a while, but I think maybe that's my issue with camo, is that we usually go to cotton-based materials, which then leave it to have a very washed out color. But looking at camo on leather here, it creates this really rich and dark color to it, and I actually like that more. So maybe my problem with camo the whole time was the material we did it on, but leather, like camo leather, I can only imagine the cost. Oh my god. There's Girbaud embossed into the back of it there on its own panel, but I shouldn't say embossed because that implies that it's pressed in, while this is actually pressed out. But I know that because we're doing a Supreme collaboration, we have to have logos, because for some reason we do with streetwear. This is probably the most tasteful way that they could have approached it, or one of the most tasteful ways, I will say. But yeah, it looks nice. No major dramas. It comes in black, but I think we kind of lose all the interest that I had for it because it's in black. Yeah, that's just my take on it. I also didn't realize that the Velcro on the sleeves has Supreme embossed into them. That's pretty cool. There's your branding. You can't really see it here, but you can definitely see it here on the black. I like that approach. I think that also rings true to their brand as well, because I think they did it with their Velcro on their pieces, if I remember correctly. There's the back of it there. Looks fine in black. Here it is in the camo again. Again, I think that's sick. Crazy. Here's a shot of the collaborative hoodies, and I assume collaborative vests as well, with a matching hat, I assume as well. The hoodies, the way that the panels are done reminds me very much of how the denim cargo pants from the brand are done as well. So I do kind of like that ode to them because of that. But yeah, I'd be interested to see it by itself. Here's the vest by itself. Looks like it's a part of the collab. I actually like it in the black. I think it looks quite nice. And then we have the leather pants, of course, making a reappearance. Oh, I really like the typography used on that logo and the placement of it. It's not perfectly straight by the looks of it. It's slanted just a little bit, which gives it this like free form feeling where someone's just actually gone in and scribbled that on. And I like the authenticity behind that, and the design of it looks really nice. Just a nice little blue collar, some blue paneling down here. It's actually very well done. I do really like this jersey. That's a very nice jersey, to summarize. Here's the camo jacket. Cool. Looks like the brand names are on the Velcro on the front. Cool. That's fine. This piece is fine. Here it is in the single colors. The pants look really nice in a single color. The hoodies, I have to give them props because the hoodies fit matches very well with the pants here, and it would be very strange to have these very baggy, oversized pants with a very form-fitting hoodie. So I like that they kept that same approach, but in saying that, that is kind of the bare minimum, but I do have to appreciate them for it. And here is a beanie from the collab as well. Here's a single shot of the hoodie. I like it. I like the use of the Velcro straps. Tighten it around the stomach area, or maybe closer to the waist, depending on how big you get it. Yeah, it's cool. I like this approach. I suppose you could have like very strange looks by doing this, but then it's also like very true to their roots as well, because when I think of the pieces, I think of the cargo denim pants and all the straps on those. So I think this is very authentic to have it like this. There's the same logo but done on a t-shirt. It looks quite nice on a t-shirt. I do think the jersey is better. And here's the last image. Collaborative puffer jacket bag and the leather jacket again. Overall, I don't mind the shirts. I hope we get more t-shirts. The jerseys are really nice. The pants are really nice. The hoodies are very appropriate to the pants. The jackets are okay. I do like the use of camo on the leather though, because that you know, got me excited a bit. But now that we've seen the lookbook or the editorial of all these models rocking it, let's go check out the individual pieces now and see what we actually got in this collaboration. So here we are on the individual pieces. We can see, like I was talking about, on the Velcro sections of it, we have the logos meshed together and done in the Velcro. Very appropriate because I've seen Girbaud pants actually do that as well. So a motif from their design choices imprinted here that works very well. Multiple different pockets, camo design, nice interior lining. It looks like a nice piece. I'm not a fan of hooded jackets. I'm like, there's a hoodie and a jacket, they're two different pieces of clothing, wear them as such. You have to really convince me with a hood to a jacket. I know it's so picky, but it's just how I feel. There it is there, logo on the back, pretty cool. Comes in black as well. I think we lose a lot of the coolness here because of the choice there, but I guess you can never go wrong with a black leather jacket as well. Here's the pants to it, same colors as the jackets, perfectly fine. Now we move into the denim with that really cool design choice that I was talking about that gives it this kind of like frontal, I guess, depth to it, because it makes it look like it's oversized or awkwardly sized and stuff like that. But I kind of like that with this design here. Pocket here, pocket there, pocket there, pocket there. Love the indigo color. I don't think there's anything on the back of them, but good, honestly. The cream one is okay. The black one, quite nice as well, but I do think the indigo one is the best one. Then we have the matching pants to it as well. I think the indigo is the best. Then we got the cream, and then we got the black. Both fine colors, no dramas, but I do think the indigo is more classic and a lot nicer. Here's the puffer vest. Don't really like it in the camo too much. It's just not for me. But I was not expecting that color. Okay, we've got a silver. Not for me. This was more what I was looking for. Black. I think this could just look nice over the top of a hoodie or a very basic outfit. It could be treated as more like an accessory or a piece that you can throw on over the top. And I do kind of like that for its style points for that. Here's the hoodies with the, I think, adjustable waist or, I guess adjustable sides. Very true to the pants that the brand has done. I like it. FG plus Supreme. Nice. Yeah, it looks nice. Nice single color, zip up as well. Cool. Comes in a camo. I think this is a bit too much for me. I like the solo or single colored stuff. The matching sweatpants, done like the cargo denim pants that Girbaud normally does. And that's kind of crazy that they applied those design choices to sweatpants. When have you ever seen cargo sweatpants? Or cargo sweatpants with adjustable knee widths, you know? Like, when are you ever going to see that? I think that's some really cool things that a lot of people will overlook. But I think it's really cool because it brings the design choices of the brand that Supreme is collaborating with a very typical Supreme collaboration as well. Comes in that, not for me. The solo or single colored ones are the one for me. Here's those crazy jorts that we saw before. The design that's seen on the jeans and on the jackets are shown here as well. Creates a very interesting pocket here, doesn't it? Very interesting shape. That's my observations though. And these are, remember, these are huge. Like, unless that model was just rocking like sizes that are 7 sizes too big for them, these are massive, huge pants. They probably just look like normal pants on me, but yeah, they're massive. But I kind of like them. Kind of cool. Maybe not in the cream. The black and indigo are quite nice. Here's the jersey. Love this jersey. Love the design on it. Love its tilted authenticness to it. It's great. This is a lovely jersey. It comes in a black. I think we lose a bit of the flavor losing the colored panels through here, but the black is still nice. Then we get the same logo done on the shirt. It's a nice logo and it's used well here on the shirts. Yeah, I mean, I like it in gray, black, white, maybe not red. I don't really have any red shirts, but they're nice. Here's the puffer jacket bag. Very cool design, but not something for me. I don't usually wear bags as well, but it's cool. I'll give it its points. Comes in multiple different colors as well to match your puffer vest if you're interested. Matching caps as well. I think the black on black is fine. Interesting silhouette as well, because like the trim on the brim continues all the way around the piece. Can you see that? Like, you don't see that in a lot of conventional caps. It just continues. It never stops. It comes back around. Very strange, but an interesting way of approaching a hat. The beanies, I think you lose the idea of the logos where, like, because of the way that these beanies are made, you can't capture all the detail of that logo, so you have to do it in kind of like a pixely style, and I think you actually lose some of the design elements of that logo in here because you're like, what the hell does that beanie say? Oh, and then I guess we have some towels, I guess, because these look like towels. Sure, okay, but that's it. That's the entire collaboration, guys, between Supreme and Marithé Françoise Girbaud. Interesting collaboration. I was quite surprised that we didn't get some like very oversized denim pants that are very Girbaud, but instead we got a lot of other things. But the other things that we got, I'm quite happy with. I think my favorite piece from the whole collection is this jersey here. I don't know, it's the colors, the logo. It just really speaks to me. I do really like this piece. I would want it as oversized as possible because I love oversized jerseys. The denim is really cool. I would say that the jacket is probably my second favorite piece from the collection, and then my third probably the puffer vest in just the black color. But this jacket right here, love the colors on it, very nice piece. And then I really enjoy the puffer vest in a black. I think that's quite nice. But yeah, I think some really cool pieces. Crazy to see Supreme collaborate with them for their Spring/Summer 2025 collection, but I'm not against it. I'm sure the West Coast of America is going absolutely crazy for this collaboration, or did when it released. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this collaboration, guys. Do you like it? Was it an awesome Week 6 collaboration? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it down in that comment section below. That's all I have to say about the collaboration between Marithé Françoise Girbaud and Supreme New York for Week 6 of Supreme's Spring/Summer 2025 collection. We covered the release details. It's dropping or has dropped on April 3rd or 5th, depending on where you picked it up from. We covered the editorial, the individual pieces, and my thoughts on the collab. And I'd just like to say, it's good to be back. But I'd love to hear from you guys if you picked up anything from the collaboration. Did you maybe go for the jackets, maybe the pants, maybe just the jersey? Let me know what you picked up from this collaboration in the comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to catch up on all the releases for Supreme and Palace and all the other brands that we cover, just keep giving me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned at the start of this video, we just hit our subscriber milestone of 3,950, and now we're going for 3,955. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we'll be able to reach that milestone before the end of May. But that is everything I have to say about this collaboration, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and until the next Streetwear Talk video, until the next drop list video, until the next Supreme New York video in general, I'll catch you later.